This is Alan Hilliard, and we are here with Patrick Hunter. He is the coach and one of the owners of the new, I believe, is it the Union Falcons?
Franklin County Falcons.
Franklin County Falcons. They are in Union, Missouri, I take it.
Correct, yes.
All right. And, if someone was interested in the team, how can they get a hold of you about playing there?
We have a Facebook page. My phone number is attached to the Facebook page. Also, you can, either way you want to do it, if you want to send us a message or call me right then and there, anybody's more than welcome to. I mean, we already have a roster of around 30 players right now. So at this point, we're just looking to add some additional depth and competition to our roster. If you feel like you want to step back out on the field or want to continue and try something new, you're more than welcome to come see what we're about, and we'll go from there.
Now, stepping into the league this year, it went from 4 to, I think it's like 10 or 12 teams right now.
10 teams, yes.
10 teams right now. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more competitive this year. You've got, a few teams in your area around St. Louis and Springfield. So competition is pretty stiff coming into this for a first-year team.
Yeah, it definitely is. Obviously, you have the Queen City Insane Asylum. They're the defending champs. Obviously, they're the team to beat this year. Just from the looks of it, that they pretty much set the standard for this league as far as how everything goes. And then you have the Blue Jackets, which isn't too far from us, and we know that no team's gonna take us lightly. We're a first-year team, so we really look forward to the challenge as far as that goes.
Yeah. So kind of what does the team, what do you guys bring to the team there? Like what kind of players are you looking for to, help add on to the team? Kind of, former players or maybe new players that want to start out to learn?
Honestly, just a nice mix of both. Obviously we want some young talent that's fast and strong, but also also that veteran leadership helps a lot as well as far as experienced players. So just finding the balance and having the right mix of both young players and older players that have been there, done that, really helps as far as building team chemistry, especially quickly.
Now being in Franklin County, right next to St. Charles, St. Louis County, I mean, does that help you kind of get players? Because I mean, there's several good players that wind up not going on to college, and players that come back from college go back to the city and back out to the county there. Kind of, how does that help you with your location?
It actually helps a lot, especially with a lot of, semi-pro teams, whether it's 8 or 11 man, being in, like city areas like St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, Jeff City. And I just feel like, there's a lot of forgotten talent in rural areas like Union, St. Clair, Sullivan, you name it. And, there's guys out here that can run sub 4.4, can stonewall a ball carrier real quick right then and there. So, and also on top of that, there's just too many young adults out there nowadays. Right after they're a year or two out of high school, they kind of get lost and don't know what they want to do with their life, and then they end up going down the wrong path. So one of the biggest victories for us as well is also being able to save someone from going down that path, as you could say.
Now, you talked about that. You also got a lot of college talent, but you mentioned, coming out of the kind of more rural counties there. I mean, I know I talked to you yesterday. Rolla was another place where you've had some people come from, and, down I-44, things like that. Rolla, they play more of a, this year they had a decent running game offense. I think it was run the ball about every time, and they're coming off a district title a few years ago. Kind of, what do those players bring that's different from some of the city teams that may be faster or bigger in some of those aspects?
It's honestly, you just look at each player, have them come to practice, and we find a spot for them. We pretty much identify what their strengths and weaknesses are and go from there and figure out how they can, what role fits best for them as far as that goes. And it's just the same thing with everybody, not just Rolla, but other areas as well. As we figure out what they do best and figure out how they can utilize that on the team, while also trying to, build up areas they're not is strong at and get those up to par as well.
So what's one of the differences you see as players come from 11 man and then they wind up, playing a much faster 8-man game on a less people on a smaller field?
Well, the first thing they mention is how small the field is. Uh, that definitely takes some getting used to. And honestly, whether it's 8 or 11 man, at the end of the day, it's still football. You still got to go out there and execute and do the best you can to whatever it takes to win the game. So as far as that goes, I mean, it's a little different animal, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's still football. You still got to go out there and get it done.
All right. And anything, for people who want to watch the games or, like I said, get a hold of the team or, how would they watch the games this year?
Our videographer, Chris Shireholtz, he will be in charge of streaming our games this season. I actually spoke to him a few weeks ago, and he's got some great ideas for as far as us being out there on live stream this year. And I just really look forward to everything we got going on right now and everything going forward.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. I'm sure I will see you at some point in the season. Have a good season there. Good luck with getting some more players.
Thanks, Alan. You too.
Yep.
Take care.